Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This video is a collaboration that is with Miss Amechi, as we are going to be bringing you all some dump and go meal ideas. So I have a couple different meal ideas that you all can gain today and make yourself. So it is officially fall, the weather is definitely there, and I wanted to show you all some recipes that you all can make in the Crockpots. So what you're going to put in the Crockpot first is your water. You're going to need 1.5 cups of water, and then this is how it is going to get started. You can either season your chicken breast with garlic powder, black pepper, and salt before you start this, or you can do it after. You're also going to add in the 2 packets of the chicken flavoring for the gravy mix. You're also going to add in half a teaspoon of paprika. You're going to also add in some salt, some pepper, and then you're also going to be adding in the garlic powder. So for the salt, you're going to be adding in half a teaspoon. The pepper, you're going to be adding in 1/4 teaspoon, and then the garlic powder, you're going to add 1 teaspoon, as well as 1 1/4 condensed chicken soup. And next thing we're going to focus on is going ahead and just like whisking together everything after adding in those 7 to 8 items. And so you just whisk it up really good. Like I said, you can season the chicken breast before this, or you can do it after, but you're going to season it with garlic powder, pepper, and salt. It's totally up to you how much. This is just the portion that I put together. Then you're going to add the chicken breast to the crock pot, and you're going to flip it on both sides so that it coats well. And then you're going to just cover and cook these for 4 to 5 hours on low. The one good thing about this is that you can just easily dump this and go and do whatever you would like to do for those 4 to 5 hours. So once it was the 4 to 5 hours later, I shredded the chicken or cutted it as I desired, and then you can basically whisk in the sour cream until it's smooth and serve over the chicken if you would like to. Like I said, the sour cream is optional. And that's the ending result of the chicken and gravy. Today we're going to be making some Crockpot ranch chicken tacos. So of course you're going to need the ranch in the packet. You're going to need chicken broth, and you're going to need 3 to 4 pieces of chicken breast. So I'm going to go ahead and get these washed off and toss these into the Crockpot. Then I'm going to be adding 2 cups of the chicken broth, and then I'm going to add this whole packet of ranch seasoning mix. Alright, so I'm going to layer them in here. So these are going to get layered in here. Alright, so I have all 3 in here. I'm now going to put in the 2 cups of the chicken broth. Alright, so here's my 1 cup. This is ready to be added. I just need 1 more cup full. This is plain and simple like that. Now it's time to add in that ranch packet. And this is going to go on low for 4 to 6 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on low, and let it get started, and it should be ready around 7:45 my time. One thing I forgot to tell you all is that you have to add the taco seasoning. What I will say is that it was easy to shred up the chicken and add in 2 packs of the taco seasoning to the tacos. So I'm gonna let this sit for about another hour. The chicken has been shredded already, but I still have about another hour. So these shredded chicken tacos were so good that basically I made the same thing for lunch the next day and had these with the new little mini ranch Doritos that come in the Pringles can now. So basically the next dump and go meal is just some cocktail Smokies and some barbecue sauce. When I say you could leave this in the crock pot all day long, definitely be sure to just stir it frequently and keep checking in on it. But this is literally the simplest dump and go meal that you can choose. So as simple and plain, we are going to be making some dump and go pork chops and gravy. So as you can see here, you're going to need a whisk, or you can use a fork. You're going to need the following items: 1 packet of onion soup mix, 14-ounce can of chicken broth, 10.5-ounce can of chicken soup, 1 packet of dry pork gravy mix. You're going to need some bone-in pork chops, or you can use boneless, totally up to you. You'll also need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 3 tablespoons of water. So as you can see here, first thing I'm going to do in my crock pot is put in the chicken broth. I'm going to add in the cream, the onion soup mix packet. I'm also going to add in the cream of chicken soup, and then I'm also going to be adding in the pork gravy mix. Once I have all of those items mixed in, I will then go ahead and whisk everything together until it's combined. And then the pork chops just need a little bit of garlic powder seasoned on both sides. And then you can just basically get ready to place those into the crock pot. First, I had to wash off my pork chops, and then I did season them with a little bit of garlic powder off camera, just because it's very hard to vlog with just one hand and trying to make something with the other hand. But I wanted to show you guys this simple way to make crock pot pork chops and gravy, literally something that you can dump in the crock pot all at one time and go. So I did season them like I was supposed to, just to show you all. And so I'm going to get ready to place these pork chops into the crock pot, and basically try your best to spread them out and then cover it with the gravy mixture that you just mixed up. This is going to go in your crock pot for 4 to 6 hours on low. And what you're going to do before the pork chops are done is you're going to whisk together the cornstarch and the cold water in a small bowl. Once it's smooth, then you're going to pour it in with your pork chops into the slow cooker, and you'll stir gently. And then you'll cover it up and switch the slow cooker or your crock pot to high, and you'll let it cook for about 30 minutes until the gravy has thickened. Once that 30 minutes has passed, or until it has thickened up, then you will then turn it off, or you can put it on high. Warm. You can put it on warm. And so basically this is what I did. I dropped it in, I stirred it up, and then I'm going to cover this right back up and let it cook on high for 30 minutes or until the gravy has at least thickened up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you guys the ending result. Let me just say that these were a hit in my house as well, and we definitely took these for lunch the following day, as it was really good and wish we had it more. Okay, so the last meal, dump and go meal, that I'm going to show you guys is just an easy crock pot peach cobbler, where you're going to need butter, milk, sugar, flour, baking powder, cinnamon, and a 30-ounce can of peaches in heavy syrup. So you guys can either get the big can like this, or you can get the 2 smaller ones, which is the 15-ounce cans. You're going to first melt the butter and then get ready to place it into the bottom of your crock pot. Meanwhile, go ahead and measure out the remaining ingredients, which are the milk, the sugar, the flour, the baking powder, and the cinnamon. So you're going to mix everything in a bowl except the peaches. So for the ingredients, you're going to need half a cup of butter, which is 1 whole stick. That's going to go into your crock pot. In a separate mixing bowl, you're going to add in 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You're then going to mix that batter up and get ready to pour it into your crock pot. You will then get ready to spoon the peaches after opening it, and you can pour the syrup on top of the batter, but don't mix it. You're gonna set this mixture on high and let it cook for 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the top of your cobbler is set. And just a side note, you can put a paper towel under the lid while baking to watch condensation. Alright, and so there we have it. I left it in the crock pot for a total of 2.5 hours. Be sure to check out the video linked in my description box down below.